It is the final round of the 2022 Texas State Disc Golf Championships. We're in Tyler, Texas at Lindsay Park. We're playing the new design, the Thorn. It is proven beastly. I'm Madison Walker.
And Holly Finley here in the booth. 4 amazing athletes have made it to the final day of competition, and this is our lead card. Paige Pierce, 13 under par. Kristin Tattar, 8 under par. Tied with Katrina Allen, also at 8 under par. And Maria Oliva, a Texas native, 7 under par.
Yeah, she's from Dallas area, so love seeing her on the lead card. You know hometown is going to show out strong. Let's get started. Hole 1 is a 382-foot par 3. It is a rip of a drive over out of bounds if you're getting that good shot and trying to get up to the base of this pyramid. Obviously, you can see why this putt is a little scary, even inside the circle. Just trying to get a big 2. There haven't been many 2s the past couple of days, but I think we could see some today.
Welcome to Championship Sunday at the 2022 Texas State Championship presented by Latitude 64. This is your 9:50 tee time. First up on the box. Let's get a big round of applause going. Representing Discraft, it's Paige Pierce.
Paige, also a Dallas native. So we've got 2 Texans on the course. They've got to be just used to the conditions, right? That's their excuse.
Paige taking that hyzer approach over the out-of-bounds road. It looks high. Now, we have seen her go for the long putts the last couple of days, so I'm expecting to see that again today.
Give it up for Kristin Tattar.
Isn't this Kristin's final event in the States for a little while, or is she going to Champions Cup as well?
I'm not sure.
100% sure. I think Texas is where she's closing it out. We're happy to see her on the lead card.
I like the angle on that, but is it going to get close enough for a putt?
Third up on the box, representing DGA and Squatch. Let's give it up for Katrina Allen.
Really calm conditions on hole 1 today. There was some wind on the back 9, but we did not really feel it here on the front for most of the morning.
Oh, this is looking nice. I hope it checks up right against the rocks.
Oh yeah, I feel like that hit the rocks.
According to the spectator applause and yells, I think it did.
Lead card, representing Innova and Legit Disc Golf. Let's give it up for Maria Oliva.
Absolutely love seeing my Innova teammate Maria Oliva on lead card here. Pumping a destroyer right over the road.
What a crush.
And she gets up there for a putt. Maria's mom caddying for her this weekend. Love to see it. Wow, this is long.
Yeah, she must have got a big flare skip on her drive. She's just trying to get up to the top. Looks like she'll be on the 2nd level.
Smart play from Kristin.
We were talking about how
Maria's looking really high. Is she going to go for this?
Yeah, we were talking about how she plays aggressive before this started. Look at her going big.
Whoa. Wow, that was very fortunate. She put just the right amount of pace on the putt, so it did not go really that far past the basket.
Easy
Still
3.
got a 3. I love that.
Yeah, that checked up nicely. Katrina for birdie.
She made it up on... Look at that. I hadn't seen that yet.
No, I feel like she had
She
to
must have
skipped up
skipped
there.
on...
Yeah, there's no way, because hitting those rocks, it always wants to roll down.
Yes. A birdie on hole 1. Katrina Allen. Incredible.
She was one of only 3 on the day. Holland Hanley and Ella Hansen, 2 big arms, also got this birdie.
So the 3 people that got it can all for sure throw over 400 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying that a lot, and it is impressive.
Still,
Because it's real distance, not internet distance.
and even though 400 feet is becoming more common in the FPO field, it is still so impressive to watch on the card.
It's elite distance.
It is elite.
All right, here we go. Hole 2, par 4, 741 feet. You've got out of bounds on the left, indicated by the white flags. Also high right, you've got the road, which is also out of bounds. It's a fairly wide fairway, but depending on the wind and the angle of your disc, it's easy to hyzer left or turn it over right. Just keep it in the middle, get a nice long drive, preferably past the short pad here. Now your second shot is important because you want to get past this middle tree and have a nice open look into the green. On your third shot, you can probably throw a putter, possibly a mid, depending on how short or long you land. And it's easy to get a 4 here. I think this is a challenging hole, though. It is all of 4 good shots to get the 4. I have not seen a lot of legit birdie looks, but maybe something magical will happen today.
In the first round, this played as the most difficult hole. And
Not surprising.
Yeah, and in round 2, it was still in the top 3. So no surprise today when it is, again, the most difficult hole on the course in round 3.
So Katrina probably would prefer to start that more right because she started it in the fairway and now the finish of the disc has carried her out of bounds left.
Yesterday, she threw it out over the out of bounds road on the right and let it finish into the middle. So probably an early release. Paige, although the drone flight took us to the left of that clump of trees, yesterday we saw her going around the right side. Today, I don't know if it's the wind, but she's opting for that drone flight direction on the left.
Oh, I'm really liking this. So we've seen Kristin's play style over the last couple of weekends. She's got that low power where she doesn't need a lot of air under her disc to get far, which is a great way to minimize mistakes.
That was her rive again. She's got that flipping up so nicely.
And Maria with her Star Destroyer, that goes out over the road. Hopefully it will swing back in. Come on. Yeah, a nice concrete flare skip. I love that shot.
Crushed. Kristin lining up the distance forehand on her second shot. I love this. I love seeing someone throw max power backhand and then follow it up with a max sidearm.
Get around that.
She gets tangled up and looks like she filtered past the bushes, right? Or maybe just
Yeah, she's
caught up
probably
inside.
got those bushes to contend with.
She did the same thing yesterday.
Oh, I love this.
Look at that beautiful
Going
flip.
all the way through the gap. She'll be down there looking at the basket. Incredible.
That was a pro line torrent with that beautiful flight.
That's the best shot I've ever seen here.
On the second shot, 100%.
Yes, absolutely.
We don't see birdie putts very often here.
So Maria has been opting for that outside route, hyzer route, coming around in the backside.
Oh.
And she makes it into the circle?
Oh, my God.
Okay, this is big stuff happening, guys.
That's a huge drive.
Oh, no. Paige is heading right towards that clump of trees. But you know what? Sometimes you throw hard enough and you go right through it.
That doesn't happen much in the cedar trees, but it did today.
I learned that from my world's doubles partner in 2012.
Just throw it hard.
If you just throw hard enough, those little twigs and branches don't matter.
Write that down, folks. That is some sound advice if I've ever heard it.
Y'all better pause this and go hit the gym. So Kristin has to do a little pitch out, which is a smart play.
Gives it a good bid, and she'll be right under the basket for her bogey. Yeah, like Holly said, this hole
Paige.
takes 3 good shots to get the birdie. I mean, to get the par. Paige giving her third shot a bid.
Katrina Allen does have a look for birdie here, but is it a legitimate look? She did make a funny face. I don't know if she was looking for the right route or was it a thinking about it.
Looks like that tree might have been in her hyzer putting line.
I agree.
Maria, wide open birdie look.
Come on, get it.
That was for all of us.
I know. It was for the collective.
There were no birdies on the day, and I'm not surprised by that.
A solid cleanup from Paige, so she'll take a par here on hole 2.
You can see after Kristin's second shot in those trees, even after one little bit off shot, you cannot even save a par here. So Maria having this nice tap in par is rare and beautiful. After that early out of bounds stroke, Katrina will take the bogey, but that's minimizing the damage on hole 1 and 2, especially after her birdie on 1. And we move into a more wooded hole. Hole 3, I love this one. 464 feet, a little out of reach for the birdie, but I think we could get some people reaching it. Doesn't quite set up for the roller, although I'd love to see that one day. But you want to get under these low-hanging branches with something that goes really straight, and then you want a late flip into this very sandy green. There's no out of bounds you have to worry about here. We want to mention Swarm Digital Marketing. They sponsor FPO footage, and we appreciate that so much. So take care of people that take care of the FPO. Go check out Swarm Digital Marketing. They do website design, development, and are looking for small businesses and established businesses to help.
We have yet to see anyone get into the green for a legitimate putt at a 2 here. Paige hits the gap, but it's low, and that's okay. You can still save a par from that position. Now, in round 1, I did see Maria get all the way down to about circle 2.5.
She's in circle 3 land.
I like it. I'm just waiting for someone to do the perfect hyzer flip, and I feel like Katrina could be the one.
She's the one I'd put my money on.
Oh, please get up. And it was just too low, right out of the hand.
Anywhere on that left side, though, is not too bad. It makes for a pretty simple chip up to the green.
I agree.
You can see most people on the card keeping it nice and low, just trying to avoid that right side and avoid those tree branches. This green is reliably sandy. You don't get a lot of ground action here. It's pretty grabby. Paige executes perfectly and lands under the basket. Katrina throwing her rogue sidearm, straddling out from behind a tree.
Once again, showing us how good she is at this sidearm.
Maria close enough to just do a little jump putt, light throw. I mean, she got every bit of 440 feet of distance. Just a little
nice.
left.
Yeah. Ooh. Wow, Kristin makes a strong putt for her par.
Again, there were no birdies on the day on hole 3. Sadly, we're going to have to wait until next time we play this course to see a birdie too. In the meantime, this hole is still really fun to play.
Maria and Paige both tapping in for pars. As does Katrina.
And after a really controlled downhill shot, we move out into the wide open.
All right, here we go, hole 4. I absolutely love this hole. You can do a nice turnover, maybe a full flex shot. You do have out of bounds on the left, indicated by the white flags. And there is a creek on the right side. It's not out of bounds, it's just obnoxious. Also, because the ground slopes that way, a lot of times you see your disc sort of going in that direction, not intended, of course. This is a par 4. I do expect to see some attempts at a 3 here. That isn't out of the question.
This plate is the second most difficult hole of the day, and that surprises me a little bit. Like Holly said, that creek is extremely obnoxious, and your discs do filter that direction constantly.
Yeah, I feel like the tee shot is fine. It's usually the second shot that seems to be getting away from folks. As I say that, Paige sends one over to the right side, but it's actually a good shot.
Yeah, it checks up right before the edge, the perfect amount of stability.
Ooh, I love this angle. That's going to finish back left. That'll put Maria in a great position to approach the basket from there.
Katrina, in days past, has kept her disc a little higher on the hill, setting up for the hyzer approach to the green. Let's see what she does today.
Well, that is turning over Annie. Hopefully that is low enough that it'll stay out of the woods. Oh, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to where I saw her land previous day, I think. Kristin, once again, another low shot, but so much power.
So much power.
I just love that style.
She was no more than 8 or 10 feet off the ground the whole time, but got every bit of as far as Katrina did, who is a extreme power thrower.
Yeah, but Katrina usually, well,
she's finessey.
She is.
Finesse far.
Okay, Maria, I don't know if that was a misfire or a calculated move.
I think it was a misfire. There's that tree in her way, and so she was maybe trying to Annie around it. Didn't quite get enough angle on it.
Now, there is that little gap, which I have seen people punch through to get to the green. It's open enough.
Love this angle with it coming right at us.
Me too.
She's got a putt.
Yeah, she sure does.
Like Holly said, we expect to see some birdie putts on this hole with these ladies' distance. There were 3 birdies on the day.
Ooh, look at this tasty thing. Wow. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice setup. Paige throwing her second shot. You can see all the little branches she's got to contend with sticking out of the creek. She throws her fierce. Finishes high. And she's got a downhill look towards the creek, which, again, is not out of bounds. It is casual.
So there is this little hero tunnel here that Maria can punch through with her probably AVR X3. She chops it down, though, and it kind of got a little cut roll, but it's still a putt. Ooh, long bid from Katrina. She'll have a drop in.
Maria in circle 2 for her par save. Oh,
Go. Stay out of the creek.
No.
Now, it's not out of bounds. It's just that now you have to putt from a wet, sandy, muddy,
straight uphill
creek. Exactly. Uphill.
With branches. That's a birdie.
Circle around there. I love that. Paige gets herself a very cool birdie.
1 of 3.
Only 3.
Mm-hmm.
See, look at this. You got to go for
Holy cow.
little hike through Narnia to get to your lie. No big deal. No big deal.
Maria hanging out on the bird's nest.
Nothing to see here, folks. All right. Please go in. Oh, man, I wanted her to get that. That was a really great attempt from a super awkward lie that required a lot of balance. Birdie for Kristin.
Unlike any of these holes, it can very quickly spiral, even close to the green. Maria will have to settle for the double.
That doesn't sound as good as like a double cheeseburger, though.
Nothing sounds as good as a
Checking into the leaderboard here. Paige Pierce still in the lead. Katrina and Kristin tied at second. Maria holding on to fourth. A couple of other names you've seen. Kona creeps up into the top 10, as does Stacy Ronsley.
Yep, this course definitely favors distance. You see those distance throwers sneaking in, but it doesn't favor when we get into the woods. Hole 5 is a par 3. It's 356 feet. It is a very finessey shot. You want something to hold right or straight for a long time and then a late turn to the right. You do not want to hyzer out or flip something over into these sticky trees on the right and left. I love this hole so much. It goes a little bit uphill and finishes a little bit downhill. One of the most satisfying shots in disc golf to execute.
We've said it before, but this is one of the dogwood holes that we played last year. Misfire from Paige. Cutting through the woods, though, sometimes if you throw hard enough, those little twigs don't matter. Now, she'll have to get creative from over there in that corner.
Kristin doesn't quite get enough on it. She filters towards those little vines, and she is going to have a rough time on her second shot. Even though she's in circle 2, it will be brutal.
And if this keeps going, that could get all the way there for a putt.
So good.
I love that.
That last big tree catches it, but it's just outside the bullseye, and it's very easy to straddle putt. She will have a look at bird.
Now, the previous days we saw her throwing a mid. Now she is throwing a Hawkeye, which is a fairway driver from Innova, which is an interesting disc change.
Yeah, I wonder what the logic was there, the choice.
Because she parked it with the mid when I played with her the other day. Some days you're feeling the mid and some days you're not. So Paige on a knee, trying to find that hero route.
Chopping through the woods, not quite getting through.
Denied on that one.
And the second shot is not doing many favors.
Now it's just find the biggest gap. Figure out how to get through that. Nope. Second denial.
It's so tough over there.
So this is only a 356-foot hole, but you can see just how many of these twigs and pencil trees there are. So this is a birdie look for Maria.
Definitely. She's got the power to get there.
Hyzer. It'll be a drop-in par.
Paige throwing her fourth shot, still battling the tree jail.
I feel like it's fairly open, though. She... What?
Oh
well, come on, basket. You couldn't give it to her.
That was all the way in.
So Kristin under some vines on a knee for birdie. Not enough loft.
Yeah, but she finds a way through. And honestly, I was over there in practice, and it is rough. It's sometimes hard to even get out.
CTP for Katrina Allen and her birdie. Oh. Look how big that tree is, though.
Yeah.
Man.
That was an SP bonsai off the tee for Katrina. And what a great shot. That line was beautiful.
I feel like she's further away now than she was on the first putt. Excellent.
Those Anheuser straddle putts can be tough. You really have to commit, and it's a scary thing to commit.
I need to check out the horseshoe putt. Kristin
Famous
tapping
last
in
words.
for her. Oh, God. Kristin taps in her par, which was a really good save from that area, and Maria as well. Double for Paige. And that is not what you want to get here on this shorty.
I'm Garrett Girthy. People know me as Double G. I've been making Double G craft jerky since I was 16 years old.
Whether I'm at home or on the road, Double G craft jerky is the snack that I go for.
I've actually found myself eating Double G craft jerky on my long drives to the next tournament.
We all know Double G's got a big arm, but he's also got a big heart. Every bag of Double G jerky that you buy supports children's disc golf and goes to a great cause.
You can find Double G craft jerky at doublegjerky.com.
All right, here we are on hole 6. It's a par 4 coming in at 555 feet. Depending on how you want to approach to green might determine where you want your drive to land. I like to take the flight that the drone is taking and land right about here. Then you have a lazy or gentle hyzer approach into the green, hopefully with the disc finishing away from the out of bounds creek. Some people like to land high left. It really depends on your game plan. This is a very birdieable hole, and I'm expecting to see some birdies here. I have high expectations of this female lead card today.
Rightfully so.
Powerful sidearm from Tattar showing us just how good she is at that.
Holy cow, that's great placement too. She's going to be perfectly set up for more of a straight to hyzer finishing shot, not even really having to worry about the creek.
I love the height on that, giving her some good distance.
Holy cow.
Getting way down there.
She almost hits the tree line. How was again Katrina's bonsai? I'm curious about that SP bonsai. Maria, grip lock's a little right, but she'll be out there. Paige opting for a passion off the tee.
It's low, but it looks like it's going to be in a great position. I feel like with more height, she could have pushed a little further.
Oh, yeah. Maria having a little bit of a difficult angle. She is pinched off, and she's just going to try to get up to the tree line to set up herself. Whoa. Okay, I didn't know where I was. Never mind. She's in circle 2.
Oh,
wow.
And surprise, she has a putt.
Wow. Oh, Kristin catching the first tree that before she enters the gap. She'll have a long pitch up. Paige opting for the inside route that Holly mentioned that usually lands as high and left, but she skitters all the way down and almost messes with that OB line in the creek behind the basket.
Oh, that needs to get left. Oh, look, a little help from my friend. And now she'll be putting for a birdie. I love the way that worked out.
Kristin slides her disc right up under the basket. No problem. Her forehand approach game is so much fun to watch.
So this is a putt, but you have to start asking yourself, is it worth it and how hard am I going to run it? Come on, sit. So some of these holes are playing on or under bridge, out of bounds. This one, kind of if you're under the bridge, you're already out of bounds. Mm-hmm. Great putt from Katrina. She'll get a birdie here on hole 6.
Looking super confident, even with that out of bounds right behind the basket. Paige with not as nervy as a putt here. There we go. 22% of the FPO field with birdies today on this hole, and I love that big number. But par does not feel bad here. It doesn't feel like you're necessarily losing one.
Not at all. So Maria and Kristin both getting a par.
We'll move on to hole 7. It's 300 feet. You can throw a backhand up the middle over all of this out of bounds creek and try to land something right around circle 2 land. But I think the best play here is a sidearm up this gap in the middle. You want to avoid those trees after you cross the creek twice and skitter up to the bullseye, no problem for your birdie. There's a lot that can go wrong in the middle, so we'll see what happens.
So Katrina does tick off a couple of trees. Hopefully she'll stay in bounds. That'll be okay.
That was her Tour Series SP Bonsai. Check it out. She throws that to shape shots in the woods.
Ooh, come on, get around that. Oh, and out of bounds. This is a hole that if you land on or under the bridge, it is out of bounds. Oh, that was not the route as intended, but it's working out great. And look at this. Oops, I've parked it. Love it when that happens.
She early released on this hole yesterday.
She sure did.
And it did not work out today.
Infinite
Through everything.
Anubis. Sorry.
No, yeah.
Come on, get in bounds.
That is probably the most common landing zone for being out of bounds. That little short area, boggy area.
So now she'll be throwing 3 towards the basket. Get in. Oh my gosh.
Off the tree.
So it's exciting. Maria putting on a show for us.
Paige just pitching up, settling for Bogue here. Kristin for her birdie.
With that sneaky sidearm.
Yeah, sneaking a rise.
Excellent. Sneaking through the smallest of gaps, captures the birdie.
I heard a barred owl on this green earlier in the morning. The wildlife is active. Spring is real in Texas right now. It's really nice weather.
Did you talk to it? Did you tell him hi?
I didn't want to distract everyone, but I do speak the language.
I understand. That was very thoughtful of you. Think about others. Here we go, hole 8. Oh, this is one of the dogwood holes, probably my favorite one on the course. It's a par 5, and sometimes, you know, one day you need all 5 shots, and the other day you only need 3 shots. Really, you want to get a nice lazy hyzer to land somewhere right in here. That can give you a look at a 3. There's a lot of gaps to get there. You just have to choose which one looks the best for you and try to get to the green. There is that little creek that's playing out of bounds. So you want to stay away from that. A lot of times you could just go mid, and take a 4, but, you know, the greed comes out in all of us. We're trying to get that schmeagle.
Mm-hmm. You can tell Holly's comfortable playing in the woods when she describes this tee shot as a lazy hyzer. It's actually like a piping thin gap where you have to go straight forever.
That is a little inside, but it looks like it's sneaking through it all.
It's a little more height than you want. It is better to be right off the tee here, but there are gaps over there to work with.
Yeah, so where she is a little pinched off for the 3. You can do like a high spike hyzer and get there, but that's super risky. That's also a little too inside. Card sounds like they're in great spirits today. Oh no. Little. Oh, look at this. Thank you. The trees kicked her back into the fairway after she basically just grip locked it right into the right side there.
She chose a wraith on that tee shot. That surprises me. I would expect her to throw a mid there. She was getting aggressive. She's like, I want this 3. I want every bit of it.
So now Paige looking for nice positioning. And that is exactly where you want to be. So that little creek she's in is not out of bounds, just annoying. Can't really do a run up there. I'd say this is the moistest fairway on the course.
The most moist.
It's very marshy, boggy.
Yeah, there's a lot of bog
smushy,
early. Mm-hmm.
Like ruin your entire shoes at the beginning of the round kind of mud if you walk on the wrong area. Mm-hmm. A great position shot from Kristin Tattar. She didn't want to get aggressive and risk going in the creek, so she lays it up short.
Maria having to scramble from the woods on the right side. Still has the par in possession, though.
So you can see Katrina. Oh, come on. Oh, inbounds. We're good. We're good. Nothing to see here, folks. We just progressed up a couple feet. So because Paige put her second shot in a great position, now she has a nice open look into the green. And that was a very smart play from Paige. So the further left you are, the more you're pinched off, as you can see. Maria looking at that high route.
Kristin looking to flex her sidearm up to the green through a narrow gap. And look at that. Wow.
That was so good. I don't quite have the accuracy on my sidearm like that, so it's still really impressive to me.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like she was trying very hard, just gliding it right up there using the disc.
Come on, bust through those.
Oh, it does.
And a little world champ love for Katrina Allen. Misfire, and now she's got a putt. Going for the long one. Little too low, but she'll basically have a tap in at this point.
Maria for par, I believe.
Oh, little too high. Does that flare off the top of the basket, so now she'll have about a 15 to 18 footer comeback.
After a beautiful sidearm approach, Kristin gets her birdie.
I like Kristin's putting style because we don't have a lot of straddle putters in the FPO division. There's a handful, but I feel like most of the people are the staggered stance. Paige getting a birdie. I have seen a lot of people change their style from the staggered to the straddle in the last couple of years. Paige, Katrina, I know it's good to have both in your repertoire, really.
Definitely. I think it's a change that a lot of people started making when we've got a lot of baskets perched near out of bounds. It's nice to be able to do those safe bids where it sits down closely behind. You can really mitigate the angle that your disc lands and how far if you do miss. Feels smart to switch, but man, I love an aggressive stagger putt too.
So Kat gets her par, but unfortunate green errors for Maria. She'll have to take a double on that one.
Hole 9 is 295 feet, but it plays more like 330. It's steeply uphill, and then you have to travel straight for a while even once you crest the hill. Do not go left, do not go right, but most importantly, do not go left. If you go left late, though, these little tree clumps are not that bad to deal with. You can get your par easily. It's just about making sure you crest that hill on your drive.
It's 295, but it's playing more like 350. Mm-hmm. It is really a pump to get up into the circle. And Kristin, with her traditional low playing style, a little too low this time, catches the crest of the hill. But she still kind of has a jumper. And that looks like a misfire from Paige going towards that right corner pocket. We'll see if she has an open look at the basket or she'll have to scramble from there. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. Exactly. Ooh, I like that. I've seen Rebecca Cox park it with that exact same line, and that's what I'm talking about. Katrina has about a 35-footer looking at a birdie putt.
I think that is the ideal line, that left side, but it's so small and so scary. Maria gets a lot of ground action. She'll give herself a putt as well.
Yeah, using a fairway driver to get there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Man, I thought she was going to throw it in. Her little upshots are so accurate.
Mm-hmm. They're like second nature.
I mean, I said little, but they're big sometimes.
Yeah. Paige has a lot more to deal with on the right-hand side.
She'll have about a 12 to 16 footer.
That was a great bid.
A long jumper for Maria. Oliva. Oh, a taste of the front of the cage.
So close. Katrina from right around the circle's edge.
Come on, Katrina, get us a birdie. It's high. I don't know. I think the basket's malfunctioning.
Paige from just outside the bullseye saves the par. That's what we see a lot of here. There were 2 birdies on the day, Missy Gannon and Holland Handley finding the 2.
And if you've just started watching disc golf coverage as Kristin taps in her par putt, Madison mentioned just outside the bullseye, that's the first set of red whiskers, or as some folks call them, ground tassels, around the basket. And if you keep track of the scores live on UDisc Live, which you can do for every tournament, you can see there's bullseye hits, and that's what that helps you indicate. As we move here to check out our leaders here, Paige still holding on strong, 3 in front of Kristin. Katrina Allen right behind that at 9 under, and Maria now in 10th place at 2 under par. What a fun front 9 here on the final day, Sunday. I don't want it to be over.
I know, we're not ready. Let's check in with the leaderboard real quick, too, see if there's any movement. You can see our Waco winner, Valerie Mandujano, moving up to a tie for 4th place. Missy Gannon, Owen Scoggins, and Kona Panis also shooting really well, keeping it right around even par, 1 under par, to scooch into a contention for the top 4.
Yeah, Henna Blomroos also playing really well. Sarah Hokum sneaking up there in the top 10.
It's going to be exciting back 9. That's where the birdies come. So you guys tune in, come hang out with us. I'm Madison Walker.
Holly Finley.
And we will see you guys on the back. Thanks to GK Pro for the awesome FPO footage.